Hello everybody, Joe Muscarella here, and today I'm going to review for you the Home Master Artesian Full Control Reverse Osmosis Water Filtration System. I'll show you the system, I'll tell you why we got it, I'll show you the insulation, the under sink insulation we chose to mount in the basement. I'll take videos of that for you. And we also got the adapter for our ice maker for the refrigerator. So I purchased the entire system from theperfectwater.com. I called them up. They asked me a bunch of questions, identified, that we're on city water, blah, 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 blah. And they pointed me toward the Home Master Artesian. Now, with that, I got the Faucet upgrade, a luxury standard brushed nickel. I got a permeate pump, which apparently creates less wastewater. And I got some high performance RO. I don't know what that is. The tank that I have is a 3.2 gallon tank, which is the standard tank, and I got the refrigerator kit. And the refrigerator kit is basically just a tube that goes from the system under in the basement all the way over to your refrigerator, up, and replaces the copper wire or the copper tube that I had there originally. Now, I got the system because we had Brita water filters for the longest time, and I got tired of filling the kids' water bottles. Now we've got to go to the sink and fill up that top reservoir and wait for it to filter through that little stinking filter. And what was happening recently was when you fill up that top reservoir and you cover it back up with the lid, and there's a little bit of water in the bottom of the unit, and you go to pour it, sometimes if it was still a lot of water in that reservoir, it would dump out everywhere, and I got tired of seeing that. So I said I'll get something for the whole family, and this is what it is. I didn't get this from my wife. I got it for the whole family, so this technically wasn't a gift for my wife, although she does like the water. They shipped it to my parents' house. My mom wrapped it for me, and they brought it over here. And on Christmas Day, my wife opened it up. And it's not really a great thing to view in terms of there's no aha moment or wow, because you open up this box and it's basically more boxes. So I had to explain what it was, and we unboxed everything, and she was happy with it. Let's see. What I will say is that I watched all the videos on their website, and they are very helpful. I read all the frequently asked questions. They are very helpful. In total, I got the system for $482, and that was free delivery. And they gave me an extra set of filters, 3 filters that you're supposed to change out yearly. And I think those filters are roughly $100 to buy new. So they sent me an entire unit with filters and threw in 3 extra filters. Let's see. The insulation, very easy. You don't need to be a plumber to do it. Very straightforward. All of the connectors are pretty easy to do. The instructional video is, honestly, if you follow it, you can't go wrong. One thing I will say is when I was hooking up the faucet, you can see this little pipe right here, or tube. I thought that was an actual tube, like a extra piece of tubing, and it actually wasn't. It's the actual tube that comes with the system. It was very easy. It was rock solid. The tubes, the connectors they give you are these plastic connectors here. And they just basically slide in, and you push and push again, and it makes a firm connection. Very straightforward. All the materials, there are no carcinogenic materials in the making of the tubes. Like you'll buy some fittings at Home Depot that have a California cancer warning on them. These plastic tubes, or whatever they are, and the connectors don't have that. So they're clean, and they're not going to cause cancer. Let's see. I'm going to show you the insulation. We chose to do an installation underneath the sink, but in the basement. So when I was talking to the people at perfectwater.com, they asked me how far of a distance I would need in terms of tubing. I told them, and they asked me how far for the refrigeration kit how much tubing I would need to get from the tank over to the refrigerator. So I told them 15 feet. So I would say definitely get some measurements before you order it, and add a foot or two extra just for some. You might mess up sometimes, and you might need some extra or whatever. Let's see what else. But so far, we love the water. It's fantastic. We've had no issues, and everybody seems to be actually drinking more water. It's an incredible difference between the tap water and what comes out of this faucet. The pressure is fine. I'll show you that in a second. What else? I can't think of anything else. Let's look at the faucet. All right, this is the upgrade faucet. We paid $40 extra for it. Matches everything else we have here. We're redoing the kitchen probably in a couple of years, so forgive this almond colored awesome sink. You'll see water. If you move this, water will come out, but that's only because water's trapped here to here. But it doesn't leak. I mean, it's not sitting there leaking or anything, which is great. It rotates 360. It's got an on and off. And in terms of water pressure, you can see that it's more than fine. I mean, that's an 8-ounce, 10-ounce cup, and it filled it in seconds. The only thing I don't like about it is the fact that it's a little loose here, but it's not loose here. There were more than enough pieces that came with the kit to accommodate this hole here. We didn't have to drill a hole. We actually had a hole here, but there was enough there to take care of it. It took 2 people to install this. I was down below doing this, and my wife was up top holding it. And the blue tube goes in the bottom of this, and again, it's a snap in and snap in. Very, very simple, very good, very, very easy. 360 rotation. Here's the drain line. It's red. And back there, you can see the white plastic piece screws on to the copper. And the water that goes to the spigot goes out the top, and it's got that valve on it. And again, all these tubes are just push in and push in again, and they seal. So I'll take you in the basement and we'll take a look around. So this is the basement. This is the under sink. We're directly below our sink. And as you can see, here's the permeate pump here. There's an arrow that points up. That's very specific. You've got to put it in this way. There's a bracket that holds it in place. This is the refrigerator line. It goes about, 10 feet over. And it was very easy to snake over. These are the three filters that get replaced once a year. When they talk to you, when they mention in the instructions that you need 6 inches up top and 6 inches below, definitely heed that warning, because I tried to install it inside this little cabinet I made, and to get inside would have been impossible to change these filters out. So I just did it on the outside, and I don't care. I mean, it's not very pretty, but it's not going anywhere either. So this is the the wastewater line. All of this came assembled. I didn't have to do anything. This was all together. Didn't have to put any of these on. Basically, it's this unit. This was already assembled as well. This was here. So it came with the orange, the red, black, and blue. The blue is the actual feed to the spigot water upstairs. So that was already there. This came all bundled together, so it didn't have to do anything in terms of putting these connections in place. So I'll slide over now and show you where the tank is. All right, so this is the front view of this little cabinet that I built. This is a 3.2 gallon tank. You don't touch this blue thing. That's probably a pressure valve or something, so you don't touch that. There's a connection up top, which I'm not sure you can see. Maybe you can, but I had to re-Teflon tape that connector with because the first time I did it, a few days later it started to leak. So this time I took it down, depressurized the system, put it back on. Before I did, I put 6 good wraps of tape on there. And this is just a black line that had to go in there. So I had to attach this line to that connector, but that was pretty easy. These are the extra filters they send you. It's wet because I had a leak up there that it was user error, not to do with wasn't a manufacturer defect. I don't know if you can see back there, way back there. All the lines go up right beneath the sink, and wasn't that difficult of a job to do. But you know, this is so far 3.2 gallons. This is more than enough water for us. We haven't gone through, we haven't emptied it out in a day. So that's it. That's the review. That's a review of the installation, review of my purchase experience, which was great. A review of the in-basement under sink installation. Let's see, what else? We saw the water flow, which is fine. Now the cons. What are the cons? Let's see. Really nothing. I can't think of anything about the system. Oh, with the exception of the faucet being a little loose as you turn it, but that's not a big deal. The pros, the water tastes like nothing. Our coffee tastes much better, which is great. The kids drinking water. It's the water flow. The pressure is fantastic. The ice tastes good. What else? The people at Perfect Water were awesome, very helpful. Let's see. I can't think of anything else. I fumbled through this whole thing, so bear with me. Hopefully these will get better, and I'll refine my delivery and maybe not say as much. But that's all I got. I'll see you.